Check, check. Yeah, what up, players? Welcome to the last episode of this season's Ravens RPO, presented by the Player One Podcast. I'm your host, Tyrone Jr., aka Hollywood Champa. If this is your first time tuning in, where you been, man? It's gonna be the last time you get to tune in for this segment. I appreciate y'all though. Look, I'm not gonna hold it. I'm not gonna hold y'all long. What I'm gonna do with this game, usually in these episodes, we I told you guys I'm gonna give you the final episode, whether we win or lose. If we were to ever lose like we did, I was gonna give you. This is my follow up. I'm gonna break it down. So usually what I do with these episodes, I break down the game that we just had, and I point out some key points, some key plays, and then I usually give us a scouting report on our upcoming opponent. So if you want to see what I spoke about, you can go to the last episode, and I talk about what we need to do and watch out for with the Bills. This game though, we're gonna go over film. We shot ourselves in the foot, both feet, in the first half. I can't blame one person more than the next. Lamar is our MVP. I can blame his decision making. Two of his decisions that were very costly and just put us in a bad spot. I'm upset Mark Andrews fumbled twice, or you know, fumbles and then drops the ball at the end of the game. It's a lot of things that happen, but what I'm gonna point out is this first half miscues. Um, yeah, it's literally just the first half. Here we go. First play. Uh, this right here is he's gonna force the ball to Bateman. Bateman is double covered. You can't do that. It's second and 11. Yes. You want to get some yards on second downs usually. We went for the deep shot. He was getting rushed. The linebacker blitzed right down the middle. Milano. He had a great game. We helped him have a great game. Uh, Rush right down the middle. Lamar just throws it early, and this is what happens.
Looking to pass all the way, and down the field it goes, and it's intercepted.
Can't do that. Can't do that. This That's just some sucker shit. Watch this shit. Watch this. It's some sucker, dog. Oh my god. Here we go. People were trying to point out why didn't Derrick Henry rush the ball? Did he only have 3 rushes by the end of the first half? Well, first off, we turned the ball over, so we didn't get to have the ball as long as we should have. Second off, other people were also rushing the ball. It was a run game in whole that was working. Our offensive game plan worked all game outside of the turnovers. Here we go, right here. We're just gonna watch this drive because literally we marched downfield. Here we go.
And they run it with
Why
Henry
didn't he run
across
the
50,
ball? He
goes
was
flying,
crushing. We know.
dives ahead right at the
That's
sticks.
this
And this
play.
formation,
The quarter changed. It went from first quarter to second quarter. So now here we are. Um, why didn't we give Derrick Henry the ball? Because Justice Hill comes in the game and does this.
hands it off to Hill. There was no
That's
one
a
there to
chunk of
make up
yards
for the
right
first
there.
4 or 5
That's
yards downfield before he got
11
touched.
to 14 yards right there. Now,
Able to move
why
that
didn't
ball
Derrick
out to
Henry
the
rush the
39
ball?
and a new set of downs. Now
Because
setting up
Lamar
second
runs
and 10.
also.
No, he won't. He'll take off.
5,
Able to get free
10,
again for a big
15.
gain.
So it's not like we weren't calling the plays to give Derrick Henry the ball. The offense is progressing
Will defenders
downfield.
collide.
Completion.
Completes it.
Moving the ball.
It's Anthony Miller.
Moving the ball.
Second and 10.
This
Awkwardness.
play right here, man. You
Jackson
can't.
wrapped up.
You
The ball's
can't.
out.
You
Still
can't.
Von Miller.
You
Von
can't.
Miller. Hill chasing after him. Hill tries to swipe the ball out of his hands, but Miller holds on.
And then you see we had took all that time off the clock to get to their side of the field, and then we give them the ball and let them, with their defense, put the ball in our territory. It's not like Josh Allen had such a great game. He got to start from our red zone. So then they go and score.
And the Bills defense has
Momentum
the
is
second
crazy.
takeaway.
Um, gonna skip this. We're gonna go forward. And there's things I talk about where you can't let the refs be a part of the game. You just have to win your game, dominate enough to where refs they're guaranteed to make a bad call every game. I promise you, there's not been one game in this NFL season that was officiated correctly. There's a bad game, a bad call every game. This one had multiple bad calls. I'm gonna point out two of them, costly ones, uh, and we're gonna see a difference. This right here, this play, late hit. If this was any other quarterback, if this was Josh Allen, if this is Patrick Mahomes, the flags would have been the ref from in the locker room were going to be throwing flags.
Bishop is in the
Watch
secondary
this.
for the
A 15
Bills.
yard. It should be a
That
15
was
yard
great
penalty.
on that scoop play, fumble return as Jackson fakes the throw.
Look, he's out of bounds. You got to let go of the quarterback. As they're trying to protect the quarterback in this league. Look at this.
Takes off for about 11.
Goodness, with a hip drop tackle on top of things. They started the season and we're trying to emphasize we're not going to allow the hip drop. I think the first game of the season they threw like two hip drop flags on us against the Chiefs. They are trying to say like we're not. That's not going to be a thing. That's a hip drop tackle. Was not called. Um, this should be 15 more yards tacked on. We're just over the 50-yard line. It should be 15 more yards.
Might have been a little late at Oliver.
We finished this drive with a field goal. But if you give us that 15-yard look, 15 yards from here, we're starting right here, the 29. Now we have a chance to score. Big difference maker. We finished with a field goal. Last thing. This play right here, 3rd and 5. What a bailout. This is a call we can argue about. They called it defensive pass interference. It could have been an offensive pass interference, but I think the best bet right here is to do a no call because both players are fighting for position. Watch this. It's
Long
one of these.
five. Third
This guy.
down. Throw down the sideline.
Why is our guy getting pushed on his back like that?
There's a little
Then
push
the
off
late
there.
flag on
Clock
top of
runs
that.
out. Down the sideline.
Why is our guy getting pushed, man? Then the late flag like that. Look how late the play happened. Oh,
There's a little push off there and throw.
one more
Long
time. That's it.
five.
That's it. That's all we're doing
Third
for this
down.
episode.
Throw down the sideline.
When they showed the replay from the other angle, their guy mushes our defender, mushes him. It's one of these things that I hope the NFL does better and sets it so you can challenge calls, pass interference calls, and no call. You need to be able to just challenge the refs because these dudes are not good ever. It's hard to call this stuff in fast time. I get it. But like the NBA, you should be able to, especially with this under the 2-minute rule, so it needs to be reviewed. That's where you start getting shaky. That's where you start to wonder, is this stuff rigged? Because this type of call deserves a double check. Like we should double check. Anytime there's pass interferences, we should double check because there's too many times in the league where it's 3rd and long and the quarterback just throws it and the receiver doesn't really have a chance to get the ball, but any light bump or hold gets called and then it extends the drive 15 yards. You reward them for just throwing a bailout call. Like it's so trash. I can't wait till the NFL fixes their methods. You mean you just gonna let this play go and just throw the flag and that's it? We should be able to challenge that. That under 2-minute rule, that's nonsense. They should change it. I don't know how, but and we can talk about. We can figure that out. It can be figured out. It can be decided. There could be some sort of penalty if you challenge and you're wrong or something like just to add on since it's under the 2 minutes. But either way, it's got to be a way where we allow these calls to be double checked and confirmed. We need to hold the refs more accountable. It's too many times. That play where Lamar gets tackled out of bounds, why can't we check on that? Why can't we review that play and see if it deserves a flag? It's not. It's crazy, man. I'm not saying this is what changed the game. We didn't lose the game because of this. We turned the ball over. We fumbled. We gave the ball away what 4 times? Of course, you're not gonna win. And the fact that we still came down to the last play like that and only lose by two, come on, man. We're better than this team. We just played so bad. And that's been our problem. We always, all the losses we had, we played down to the competition. We was abusing these boys, man. Up and down the field. But you turn the ball over, you're not going to win. You you have a successful drive all the way downfield and run the clock. That's our game plan. We run the ball so the clock runs, and then by the time the other team gets the ball, they don't have as much time. Then you get a stop, and then they have to get the ball back, and then you run a lot of the clock off again. So the next time they get the ball, it's like, oh, we only have this much time. We gotta hurry up. And then when they try to hurry up, it doesn't work, and we get the ball back, and now we put them away. But when you run the ball all the way downfield, you take all that time off, and then you give the ball away, now you put yourself in a hole. We did that twice in the first half. And then the second half, we did the same thing where we get all the way upfield and fumble. And it's just like, man, you can't win like that. Turnovers. They get the extra chances to score. They're eventually going to score, especially when you get calls like this. It is what it is, man. We blew the season just like that. Um, as for the rest of this playoffs, I don't care what happens. I don't believe the Bills are better than us. I don't believe the Chiefs are better than us. I don't believe the Eagles or the Commanders are better than us. We would have beat. We should have. I mean, we should have. We should have beat them. We didn't play our game. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Yeah, Lamar. This is gonna be a long off season, my boy. That's still my QB. I don't know what's gonna happen. We're gonna have a whole different face. I don't know if we lose Todd Monken. I don't want to. I want him to stay, but he deserves a head coaching, at least a payment. They're gonna pay him a lot of money. His offense was beautiful. He had questionable calls at the beginning of the season, but it turned out to be a beautiful offense. I loved it. I was so hyped when we first got him. I don't know how we're gonna replace the play calling. I'm excited for the future of Isaiah Likely. I can't wait for Zay Flowers to come back. They're talking about we might pick up Tyreek Hill in the offseason. We will have weapons. I don't know what happens with Mark Andrews, but I know there's like at least two prime tight end prospects coming out of college this offseason. I could see us trying to make a play for one of those. And Mark Andrews, it might be the end of our days. I love you, dog, but when they start pulling these stats of like your postseason performance specifically, I don't like to hold that against players. I get it. I don't like it's real. And you want to try to go at Lamar and these turnovers, yeah. But I'm not gonna hold that against you. My dog through the season. It's just unfortunate what happened. We shouldn't have been in the situation we was, and that goes to Lamar with them costly early turnovers. But I'm not gonna. That's my quarterback. He's the best quarterback. Nobody's close to him. It's just two plays, two bad decisions, and it's very costly. But look, man, that's gonna be it. It was a fun season. Thanks for everyone for tuning in, the support. I appreciate it. The next segment is a podcast of going back to the lifestyles. I'm gonna give y'all my little segment. I'll wait till I bring it back because I might change the format a tad bit. I don't know, not sure yet. Still working on that. I have some stuff coming up this summer. A new segment. Can't wait to show y'all. Um, More lifestyle, more action. I'm gonna give y'all more vlogs, things of that sort. But it's been real, man. It's been fun. Till next season, you know. Player One Podcast. You know, do all that, then like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell your friends. Oh, get you some candles. Season goods. I just got a new batch. They smell amazing. Uh, and use the code. You can type in player one, all lowercase, one word. Get you a, I forgot the discount. It's at least 10% off. Get you an order. Let me know you about to order. I might have to send you $5 towards your order. If you're trying to order, let me know. I'm a Venmo you, Cash App, all that stuff. But yeah, get you some candles too. Appreciate y'all. We out.